your poor Scholes, you know what I mean? So when you say something, it does matter. What you say.
I've never really seen it like that, Adam, to be honest.
You wouldn't, because you're
this week,
humble, you know what I mean?
Because the amount of stuff that has been this week from what happened.
And did your other podcast that you're on make a few quid after that? Comments?
No comment. I didn't realise how many Argentinian friends I had till this week. I've had some shit off them, Jesus. But hey, look, that was my opinion. But, do you know what? What we said probably wasn't great when you look back.
You're backtracking?
No, I'm not apologising for it, no. I'm just saying what... the thing we was trying to say was, look, we thought... And
it was a joke, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, we thought, it still is, physically, it's a mismatch. Yeah. And look, the way we described it probably wasn't great, and we probably shouldn't have done that, but still, it was.
Yeah, OK, fair enough.
He's had one good game as well.
He hasn't, though. I think it's a bit harsh. I think he's better than you make out. Like, I hope to God he proved me wrong. But look at the week before against Brighton, Danny Welbeck. I hear you. Couldn't handle Danny Welbeck. Look at the week before that, Burnley. He gave the goal away against Burnley. From my perspective, I feel like his major issue has been injuries, though. When he's available, more often than not, he's pretty good. And I can see why he would feel a bit emasculated by it. Saying, he's going to get picked up in the team.
Yeah.
Remember, it's little man syndrome as well. It's like, come on, don't do this.
I don't even know what it means.
Adam, I can see why I was offended about it, and that's what I said. We probably worded it not in a great way. And I hope he proves me wrong. He's had a great game against City. He was brilliant, but we've got to see that now for a season. Again on Sunday, it's a big one for him. So,
now that we're talking about it, Scholes, part of the show later on, we're supposed to come to you about sort of United pundits getting a bit of stick. Now, we're talking about it right now, are we? Where are we with it?
I don't know. The way I looked at it was like, I saw it as two mates just having a laugh and a joke, but I think what they forget is that they're icons of the club, legends of the club, and what they say does reverberate around the world, especially if they're having a little dig or a little laugh about one of the players. And I can see why Lisandro Martinez, although I didn't get offended by it on his behalf, I can see why he would feel a certain type of way about it. But one of the things that I was thinking of it is, during your time at United, you did have the luxury of being very protected. Sir Alex Ferguson was almost like a mob boss. You couldn't, he protected his players. He made sure the media were kept in place. And this is a very, very different Manchester United, right? You could probably compare it more to England during your time, where there's toxicity and the media attention around the club is always a little bit crazy. Do you realise the impact of your words when you say them? Or is it just me and my mate having a chat?
I haven't really as much, probably since them comments. There has been a lot of backlash towards it, and toxicity is the word that you use, and a lot of people have probably labelled that at me and Nicky for the last few days. And look, it's not something we like doing. We want to see the team winning. We want to see the team successful every single week. And you go back to when we played and when Jamie played, you did get a bit of criticism. I think it's probably more so now than it ever has been, that people are speaking their mind. And you've got to deal with it. You've got to realise you're at probably one of the biggest clubs, well, definitely one of the biggest clubs in the world, and you are going to take a little bit of criticism at times, especially when it's not going as well as it has, or as well as it could do.
So there probably is a slight bias there. I do think in my own club sometimes, a little bit, but I don't think you can always be on every show you're on thinking, I can't say that, I can't say that, I can't do that.
No, because fans aren't stupid as well. Yeah, exactly. I mean, other people from other clubs aren't stupid. Like you say, it's a job to us. We're getting paid to do it, so we have to say what we think. And sometimes people aren't going to like that, especially when it's not going great. I can imagine for Carrick last year, it was brilliant. Liverpool winning the league, looking like a great team. Again, it's gone a little bit funny now. So it's not something, I don't think it's something we really enjoy doing. But it's, as Jamie said, it's our life now. That's what we have to do.
Do you think Lisandro Martinez was criticised? Whether you think that's fair or unfair? That's just part and parcel of being a modern-day footballer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it was part of when we played as well. I'm sure we'll all remember bits that people say you do, but I don't think we ever came back and had a go at these people. I think the most important thing for players, they shouldn't care, really, what we think about
Live in a bubble, though.
what we say about them. They shouldn't be bothered. The only people they should be bothered about is the teammates, the staff, the fans.
But I think that's because you're poor Scholes, you know what I mean? So when you say something, it does matter. What you say.
I've never really seen it like that, Adam, to be honest.
You wouldn't, because you're
this week,
humble, you know what I mean?
Because the amount of stuff that has been this week from what happened. I do remember Joe Royle once. I remember waking up on a Saturday morning playing Newcastle away. And Joe Royle was having a right go at me because he had Kieran Dyer at Ipswich. Kieran Dyer signed for Newcastle, and he said he should have played for England instead of me. So
Joe Royle?
Joe Royle, yeah, the Oldham fan. Oldham manager, Everton.
Oh, they said Newcastle.
No, sorry, we were playing Newcastle.
Oh, sorry.
So he had Kieran Dyer at Ipswich for years and saying how good he was. We were playing Newcastle away, and Newcastle obviously signed Kieran Dyer. So he was saying he should have had my England players. And I use that as fuel. I'm not going to go back at Joe Royle and say, what the fuck are you saying? I use it to motivate myself to try and, you know what I mean, get the better of Kieran Dyer. Scored that trick.
Man United. What were your feelings around, Carrick coming in, the result, the performance? What are your feelings?
Look, I think Amorim ultimately got sacked because he went against the board, didn't it? I think he could have been sacked on a number of occasions for football results, but I don't think it was results which got him sacked. I think it was him going after Wilcox and all that lot. Seeing that end, I'm not that heartbroken. I probably would have given him a little bit more time in his first full season, but I'm not that heartbroken. I didn't really see it improving under Ruben Amorim. It's nice to see Michael Carrick come in. Obviously, he had that initial stint of 3 games earlier on and then has carried on now. I am getting a little bit scared that we all see this clamour to kind of go, just give Michael Carrick the job again, which would be a little bit worried about. But I do think he should still be able to audition and maybe interview for the job. But if someone like Luis Enrique or someone comes available and you can get them, I think Manchester United have to be in the market for that kind of elite manager. But the performance against Manchester City was just so refreshing to see. So many weeks, months, seasons now at Old Trafford. It's kind of felt like, yes, we're behind the manager and we want them to do well, but is it really happening? Like we're trying to give support, but it's not really there. And I think just seeing the team perform like that and come out with that kind of attitude and the intent, I think, was huge. And it was a return to, I think, I can't remember who said it, but I think they said, I can't explain what Manchester United is, but when you see it on the pitch, you kind of know what it is.
I think Gary said it in the podcast. He said, I know what it looks like.
Yeah.
And that's what it looks like.
And I thought that was spot on. Like, just seeing the way we were performing, I thought it was really good. And it's no stretch. It could have been 6 or 7. We had the ball in the net 5 times. Maguire hits the post. Casemiro has that chip. Ahmad hits the post. Like, it could have been 5, 6, 7 on the day. It was a great performance. But we have got the best team in the league on Sunday, sorry. Their defence is, we're not going to be coming up against Max Allane and whoever was playing at the back. So it's going to be a much more difficult game. But what Carrick has shown in the 4 games, we've not lost a game. He's played against Emery, Tuchel, Arteta, Pep. So we've gone up against very good coaches. He's changed every single time, his tactics, his style. So I think that's quite good as well. He'll go into each match with a different game plan. And he looks like a good coach. Looks good in a suit as well, which I'm a sucker for. As soon as they put that United suit on, I'm like, oh my God, he might win the Champions League.
He didn't do a lot that was unexpected, I don't think, did he? He got a little bit lucky. He had a couple of players back as well. He had the lads back from African nations, which made Maguire back as well. I thought Maguire was really good next to Martinez as well. The trouble is you have now, you almost build a rod for your own back, like with Ollie. Now, if he does really well now to the end of the season, United fans will demand it, won't they?
Yeah, but I think that's why.
What will they need to do for United fans to demand him staying for the next year? Now, look, I don't think it should happen. And will they learn the lesson from the Ollie thing? Will they be a bit scarred from that? They probably will. But you know what it's like.
That's where I feel
second or third.
Like, because we're going, we can't do what we did with Ollie again. Ollie was our best coach since Fergie. I know we didn't win any trophies, but second and third, we had some of the best football. I think our away record in the Premier League, I think we broke a record for that. So, like, I do feel a little bit sorry for him in that sense, but he has to be treated like his own man. He is his own man, he's his own coach. I think he's a modern day coach as well, which is, I think, important.
What does that mean?
In terms of, I think tactically, I think he's more modern. I think with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he left a lot of it to Kieran McKenna.
No, I'm not trying to like pull you up.
No, I know.
I'm not saying as if I know, but what I'm saying is sometimes I hear fans, and I see this with Slot on social media, and I hear people talk about it and they say, the team's not well coached. How the fucking hell do you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, well, what does that mean?
I think in terms of...
What I'm saying is you don't know what he does on the training pitch. When I hear sort of supporters say that about coach, he's a modern day one, or this team's not, how badly are we coached? How do you know?
I think the comparison I'm making between him and Ollie is, I think with Ollie, he was a bit more... He was a bit more hands-off with training. He left a lot of things to Kieran McKenna, a lot of things.
But he's supposed to be a great
Carrick.
coach, isn't he? So what's the problem with that?
Sorry, what was the question?
He's supposed to be a great coach, isn't he, Kieran McKenna? So what's the problem with Ollie?
I didn't say there's a problem with that. I just feel like Michael Carrick's a little bit different with his presence on the training pitch and all those kind of things. And I think he takes a little bit more of an active hands-on role in terms of addressing players one-on-one and all those kind of things. Obviously, Jonathan Woodgate and... What's the fella from England?
The new guru.
Steve Holland. Yeah, I think Steve Holland obviously are more experienced, but... Yeah, I like the signs of Michael Carrick, but we have to be a little bit careful. But if he does well, it shouldn't be binary though. Get Champions League, you get the job. Because we could get Champions League because Chelsea and Liverpool
aren't
good.
It shouldn't be binary for that. But you know when you were speaking there, Paul, you said something along the lines of like, I don't think he should get it. What I don't understand with that mentality is I don't know how you know yet.
Yeah, it's
like,
way too early.
I don't understand how we can say like whatever happens, Carrick shouldn't be given the job. If he does incredibly well, football should be a meritocracy. Shouldn't it?
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. At what point do you think? The scars are there, aren't they, from the Ollie stuff?
If the alternative, so whatever Carrick does, if the alternative is, say, Luis Enrique, then I think, fine, you kind of go with Enrique because of the track record. But if the alternative is Iraola Glasner, then I think Michael Carrick should be...
Yeah, but I don't think that will be the alternative, will it? It'll be Luis Enrique, it'll be Thomas Tuchel, it might be Eddie Howe.
But if you couldn't, let's say, for instance, Luis Enrique,
if you can't get them,
PSG and does then Carrick? Is it almost Carrick's on your next level of managers who you're looking at?
He has to be, yeah. If you talk about Glasner and them people,
yeah. It feels unjust on him to say, well, because we gave an interim manager the job previously, we couldn't possibly do that again.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? It's got nothing to do with it.
Considering it's only happened once
if
as
they
well.
perform like they did against City another 15 times between now and the end of the season, you wouldn't have a choice. You'd have to give him the job.
I think that's what it is. It's important to see players improving, the team actually performing as a team. If we're just getting over the line and get... Like, if we just beat City 1-0 thanks to a penalty, I don't think we feel the same way we feel now about it. So I think it's important to see that he's doing everything in terms of developing players tactically. How did he perform against the big six? How did he perform against the teams a little bit lower down the table than us? All those kind of things have to come into consideration. It can't just be get Champions League, you got the job.
I think the lad himself will be thinking as well. I'm here not just for these. Yeah. He's going to treat us almost.
Is there really any pressure that
somebody's got to come and take it off me?
With Ollie as well, there wasn't really any in that first kind of half a season he came in. I think he got the PSG result, a few other good results, finished pretty high up the table. There's not really any pressure on him. United are out of both cups. They've got the league games left. It's not like anyone's like right above him. You need to do this. He knows if it doesn't go that well, he's just going to leave at the end of the season respectfully. So that's why he might ride his luck. Maybe not ride his luck, but like do well.
Yeah, but he's probably put that pressure on himself to say if I perform well here, I could be the manager of Man United.
But no, it doesn't matter about the pressure you put on you. There's no media dynamic. There's no at the club as well. The club know that if he does averagely, he's going to part ways.
No, but you also have to think of Michael as well. He might still have ambitions of managing another top club. So if he does not very well now, that could go against him again.
It's an audition. It's like, what, there's no pressure for an audition?
But what I'm saying is there's no Champions League, no Europa League, no cups. It's just 15 league games.
The bar's been set so low. Yeah. But there's still major upside though. Like as I said, if he performs like that for another 12 or 13 games, hypothetically,
we're winning the league.
Then the upside is huge because it's not just results based, it's performances.
Yeah.
I mean
that City
trending
game,
in the right
I think was the best team performance from a Premier League team this season so far.
It's our best performance in 13 years.
I think it's the best that any team has played.
United's best 90-minute performance in 13 years. We've had good games.
I've seen Ollie do that against Man City.
No, we've had good games, but a lot with Ollie was we were
City.
sitting back sometimes, holding on a little bit sometimes. That game, we could have scored 7 or 8 goals. Like, it was incredible. And I hate to use XG, but it was like, I think it was Pep's biggest XG defeat ever.
Fair enough. Right, we've got I don't know how the cards have worked here, but there's a community question. Is this a part we call Settle Up? Yeah. Let's go for it. We must be getting sponsored by someone called Settle Up for this little part of it. Where our community questions come in. And it's Charlie from Bury. We all know Charlie, don't we? From Bury. Right, Adam and Scholes as well. Does Bruno Fernandes make it into Man United's all-time Premier League 11? I say yes. My mate Tom says no. What do you think?
No.
Doesn't make.
I don't mind people making an argument for him.
Third string Man United team of all time, does he? What are we talking about? Charlie from Bury.
And Tom.
Yeah,
Tom
who are you
Berry.
comparing him
Tom
with?
and
A number 10, do you think? Carrick?
Yeah, I think Bruno Fernandes could have survived in a Manchester United team under Sir Alex, but there's no way he's in United's Premier League.
He's in the
Okay, what I
25
would play devil's advocate.